Time for another Gunman Insta Live. Today we've got multiple champion Ronnie Chisholm coming on live with me. I've been really excited about this one. This guy is a savage. So jump on in. Let's just add him up. Here he comes. Yes.
Hello there.
Ronnie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Let me just turn you up a little bit myself. Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, mate. It is an absolute pleasure to have you on.
Yes, thank you very much.
Mate, I can't do a show without you on. And I'll come into it a little bit more about how I've been tracking you as well, actually, which is quite amusing.
Right, okay.
But listen, welcome to the Gunman Insta Live. As you probably know, this is a channel for fighters like yourself, exceptional fighters like yourself, to come on and share your journey with the fight fans so they can get an insight into the fight game. For those that do not know this man, you need to get to know this man. He is a multiple champion of Queensbury Boxing League. He's from the golden generation of Queensbury Boxing League. This is Ronnie Chisholm. So, absolutely honoured to have you on, Ronnie.
Cheers. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be on, mate.
It's just so good. It's just so good. When I mentioned the golden generation of Queensbury Boxing League, when I was getting into boxing, there was fighters like Bilal Fawaz, Midday Degegbe,
I know Midday.
King Arthur James. Oh man, I'm going to miss some names out, but it was a golden era. When I first started going to the shows, there were some exceptional fighters. Now, what I wanted to ask you is, a lot of qualified coaches and people in boxing will say boxing is a young man's game, but actually, there's no evidence whatsoever to suggest that. If I asked you to put a pound for pound list together now, you'd start throwing in Canelo, Bivol, Beterbiev, Fury, and they're all deep into their 30s, these guys. Lomachenko, they're all deep into their 30s. Now, where I'm going with this is, because I see you as a golden generation fighter of Queensbury. Yeah, you turned 26 yesterday. And
still a pup, man, still a pup.
still a pup. But what I'm saying is actually experience is key to success. Yeah. And you've been fighting as long as I've known. You've been fighting for years. So you're young, but you've got that experience, and that's what's breeding you success. So are you seeing it like that? Are you seeing the new school of what is now Quest? Are you seeing these fighters as easy meat for you?
No, not at all. I'm finding it a little harder because obviously I'm getting older a little bit now. Also, I'm not old. I'm 26, but getting on a bit now. So obviously, when you fight in the younger lot, they're a bit more energetic and things like that. But it's what it is. Just what helps me out is the experience, like you're saying. I've been in the boxing game now. Well, I started boxing when I was 6, so I've been fighting since I was 6. I'm 26, so I've been boxing for 10 years. So I've got the experience behind me, so that sort of plays a big key for me, really. So you can't beat experience, you know.
Yeah, you've got so much experience for such a young lad, and that's where I was going with this. A lot of the top fighters in the world are deep into their 30s, whether you like it or not. They are. There's a few like Haney and Tio Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, but as I said, if you did a pound for pound list, it's mainly old guys. And I see you as a bit of a crossover fighter. I see that you've kind of been involved in the golden era, but now you're still there. In the new Quest era.
More to give, I've still got more to give myself. Like I say that, so I'm enjoying that. There's different types of competition, different levels, different ages of groups as well. Like when you mentioned me, the Degby earlier on. Obviously, I fought him before. A great fighter. Obviously, he was a bit older on as well, so he was an experienced fighter. So you sort of gain from the older lot, which sort of does help you from them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's brilliant to mix it up with the both types of generation, you know.
But you're still you're a veteran. You know, you're
No,
26.
not yet, not
You're
yet, not
26 and
yet,
you're a veteran.
not yet, not yet. I'm not yet. But like I say, I'm not retiring yet, not yet. No way. I'm not a veteran yet. Like I said earlier on, I'm still a pup.
So who in Queensbury's turned into Quest now?
Yes.
And who do you see? Who you worried about? Who's in there that you're looking at and you're keeping an eye on?
No one at the minute. No one worries me. No one ever. I'm one of them that there's a challenge. I'll take it up. I like it. I like a good fight. I like a good challenge. So no one ever really worries me. Like I say, that's how you gain the best fights. Just the best fight and the best, rather than I'm worried about this one. I'm worried about what they've got. Don't worry about what they've got. Just worry on what you're doing. Go out there and put on a good show for people. You know, and like I say, I'm failed to disappoint people with my shows. Like everyone just seems to say, like even one about wars, it's just a great entertaining fight. You know, I like to think of myself as a bit of an
You
entertainer.
certainly are. You certainly are. Well, listen, I don't think you should be worried about anyone when you're rolling like this. Right? Any man that's rolling like that shouldn't be worried about anyone. How
Nah,
many belts have you got?
but,
Like, I mean, you've probably got a couple around the back of the sofa there as well.
no, 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 that's I missed that. No, that they've got 5 belts. They're currently sitting in my little cupboard at the minute. I'm gonna get them framed up soon. I'm hoping to gain some more. I want some
Yeah.
more. I was told by my old man when I was a kid that I wouldn't have 3, so I was like, okay, I'll go and get 5. But now I'm not happy with 5. I think I want like 8. So, and then see where it goes from there, I guess.
Right, that's the mindset, isn't it? That's the mindset. He's not happy with
Yeah.
5 belts. I mean,
Nah,
Lord.
well, like I said, there's still more to give. Like I went for a stage where I haven't actually fought for a little while. I'm coming back into it on March the 2nd
Yeah,
now at the K2 arena. And I'm looking forward to coming back to it where I haven't fought. Yeah, I'm just excited to get back out there.
yeah,
Really, that's what it is for me. Just get
yeah.
back out there and show what I'm doing. It's been a little while.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I would actually wouldn't mind coming to that actually. So I'm going to talk to you about that actually, and
Yeah, yeah,
try and
yeah.
tap you up, try and tap you up for some tickets.
Hit me up, man. No worries. Hit me up. DM me.
Yeah, that's part of the deal. That was part of the deal, you know. Yeah, no, honestly,
You
I
slip
think
that
everyone's
one in
looking.
there. Okay,
Like
okay.
everyone's looking forward to your next fight. Honestly, everyone is absolutely looking. So you started boxing when you were 6. Can you just tell me about your first gym and who's your team?
Well, I first started when I was 6 because unfortunately I lost my mum. My mum passed away when I just turned 6 years old.
Rest in
Um,
peace.
my dad was at the time was an unlicensed boxing champion, held a few belts, and he sort of where I was a bit of a, as you can imagine, as a young kid, I changed a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
So my dad sort of steered me into the boxing.
yeah,
It took a little while for me to have my first fight, obviously typical teenage years, but that's sort of where I went from there. My first gym was down at Club KO when it was back in Walthamstow.
right,
Um, and then I've been to a number of gyms really. I've trained with RJ's gym, Sparta in Chingford. I now train. I used to train with Essex Fight
yeah,
Academy. I train now with my team, Mark Dennis, Simeon Dennis, and Liam Dyer down at Dennis and Dyer Boxing Academy down in Loughton. I've
so
been
you've always stayed in
with,
Essex.
I've been with, yeah, yes, I've been with them for a few years now, and they haven't let me down yet. So
Yeah, yeah, no, that's the absolute spirit. And do you know what? I have to mention a huge part of your team because in the promo vid, um, I mentioned about dangerous minds and also mentioned stress is peace and chaos is fuel. And you
yeah,
have a large family. You're like me. You've got kids, running everywhere.
Yeah.
You got an
I'm
army.
actually surprised they're being well behaved now. Sort of gave them the iPads, go to bed, do as you're
But
told, sort of thing, and they're listening.
there's a reason why I have to do these lives at 9 p.m.
Yeah, you know, we chose a good time, I'm telling you.
Like I've got an army, and I was a former fighter too, and so I know what it's like to
Yeah.
train and be a dad and deal with kids, wife, family
Yeah.
life, gym, pressure of big fights. You've got it all on your plate, but this is
Yeah.
part of your team as well. And you're
Yeah.
a dangerous man with a dangerous mind because you're a happy man and you've got the greatest team possible around you if you think of it like that.
I do,
And that's
especially
what makes it so
when you say
exciting.
the wife was the main part of it there. Like she's a great part of it for me. She stuck by me, and man, the headache I give her for it as well.
Yeah,
So she's a big part of the team, and the boys absolutely love the boxing. So they
yeah,
are my teammates. So they really
exactly.
are. They love it. They come down the gym, they cheer me on.
Yeah,
So they
that's what
are
I'm saying.
they're my little motivators.
Yeah, so stress is peace.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in a house like you're in a house
Yeah,
with
well,
like all
you
these
can
little
put it that way.
humans.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, well, you just get used to it, don't you?
Yeah,
You just get used to it. Stress is peace,
exactly.
and chaos is fuel. I put in the promo vid, and that's where that come from because I see that you've got a chaotic life, same as
Uh,
me, and
I
but
wouldn't
you wouldn't
change it
change
for the
it. You
world.
wouldn't change it for
No,
anything.
definitely not. No.
So let's talk about your style. I would like to just go and add right now. I think you are the most prolific counterpuncher in Queensbury Boxing League history. I honestly think that your counterpunching is absolute superb, and your counter two, which we'll come on to, is a thing of beauty. How would you describe your style to the fans that haven't seen you box?
I'm different. Like what it is like people see, like you say, you kept pointing out counter punching. You'll see that in some fights, and then the next fight you'll see me absolutely playing a chess match like and boxing. Then you'll see me have a brawl. I can just mix it up in different styles and different ways, really. So
Yeah,
counter punching, obviously, I am a big fan of making miss and making pay. I've always loved that
yeah,
style, like the Mayweather, like pull right hand.
yeah.
My
That full
trainer
right
tries
hand.
to, and my trainer implements that into me quite a lot all the time. He shouts it all the time, pull right hands, and if I
Yeah.
don't do it, he just goes mental.
So what is the key? What is the key to the pull right hand? So here we go. Right, here we go. We're going to sling this through a few times. What's the key to you doing it? It appears that you're making them do what you want them to do without them knowing that what they want to do, and then you're there to react.
Drawing them into the jab, yeah, sort of trying. You got to try and just make them overreach that shot, and once they overreach, just be quick enough to ping back, but then fire back with your right hand and make sure it's a good one.
Yeah.
Obviously, as you can see,
Oh,
but it just comes over time. Like it didn't just I didn't just get it like that.
it
Like
just it just
it just
works,
took
doesn't
a
it?
while. Yeah. That's how I can say it just happened, and then I got better at it and better at
Yeah.
it and
Yeah,
better.
it just works. It just works, mate, and it looks so beautiful. It just looks so beautiful. I'm such a big fan of it.
Oh,
It's a
cheers.
really hard shot to time and pull off, though, in a fight. It really is. You make it look really easy.
Do you know what? When you do land them shots, and when I have landed them shots in fights, like especially the pull right hand, when you see it connect afterwards, I can't deny there is a like, little giggle inside me, like yes, I've done it, like. But then you sort of just got to put your poker face back on, and yeah, and it's like, oh, yeah. I love it when I do land a good shot like that. It's like,
Yeah, that's great. That's
and
great,
then
and you know what? That's the mindset. When you enjoy
you got
hurting
to
people, you enjoy it.
you just got to enjoy it full stop.
Yeah,
Just go out there and have fun. That's one thing I say about boxing. Just go out there and have fun and enjoy it. The
yeah,
W will come, and yeah, you can find that it's a really good night out. It's a good time in there. I don't know. It's just I love it. I love it, and I love taking a shot too. There's no secret. I've taken a few shots. You can see I'm sporting a little black eye now.
yeah,
Thanks for my teammate
yeah.
about that. He gave me a nice little birthday shot yesterday.
So
Yeah,
happy birthday, by the way.
thank you,
Happy
thank you. I
birthday,
appreciate
big
that.
man. It's absolutely great to have you. Great to have you on.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just talk about some of your big wins. So I was at. This is a story when I was at the Me-Day fight,
Okay.
and at the time that was a really big fight. Miday's really experienced and he's a real good technician. And you made it look easy against him. Again, it was the full right hand. Funny
It
enough,
was the full right hand that hurt him first of all. Yeah, it was.
He never recovered from it after that. In fairness,
no. Again, overreached the shot, and I just last my trainer shouted it. We all see it. He overreached the shot, so he pulled right hand, and he just didn't recover. Listen,
it was he's
such a lovely bloke as well.
Yeah,
but well bad.
Yeah, he's a lovely guy. Yeah, he's an absolutely lovely guy. But the shot, you could feel it. You know, you could feel it from Rowe's back. It was really, really spiteful and a really solid shot, and he just couldn't recover from it. And I started following you after that fight. I was at that show, and I started following you after that. I thought, oh, Jesus, who's this guy?
Okay,
he looks quite.
A lot of people said that after that fight. Like, who's he? Where on earth he come from? Like,
so you know,
it was a nice little statement to make. Like, hello, hi, I'm Ronnie. Nice to meet you.
So it's a big, it's a big fight, and you delivered, and that's what happens. That's how you gain support by good performances.
Yeah.
So what would you say your biggest win is? Would you say that's your biggest win?
I've had so many fights now. I don't even know how many fights have I had.
How many fights have you had, and what would you say your biggest fight is? Your biggest win?
17 wins in total, 6 losses. So I don't know. I'm not good at maths. I'm no good at maths. So I can't add up on the spot right there. But my biggest win, I've got
22.
A great
20,
a great win. I'd say was probably against Ryan Kavanagh when I fought him, because he was a game fighter that come forward, tried to war at me, and I showed both boxing ability and the fact that I can stand in a fight.
Yeah,
that was a good win.
Was that 72 middleweight? Wasn't it? Isn't it?
That was light middle. That was the national light middleweight title. That was I think that was 6. I can't even remember. Too many blows to the edge.
Yeah. I think it was at 72.
Yeah.
But
I think 72 was my middleweight limits. I think that one was at 69.
69 there. So
yeah, I was up for that
middleweight. Yeah, light middleweight.
Yeah.
So that would you say that's your biggest win or the most satisfying victory?
I say that's one of my most satisfying fights to watch, because obviously it was a toe-to-toe war. A big win was probably against Meady the Degby, the way I did stop him. Everyone spoke about him before the fight. No disrespect to him at all. It was made out. I thought I was expecting a war. I was expecting such a big war, and the fact that I've done what I've done. I was a little bit disappointed after. I thought it would be a little bit longer, but I was happy with it. That was probably one of my greatest wins.
Yeah, I think
there's been a few. Like one of my great, I fought a geezer back in the day for my IBA British title, Luke Wynn, that was a great little boxing war.
Yeah,
that was pure boxing skill, backwards and forward. It's been great. They've all been good fights to be a part of. So it's hard to really pick them, to be honest, especially when there's been so many.
Yeah. Who's your hardest sparring partner?
Hardest sparring partner? In what aspect would you say?
Who makes you sweat?
Everyone makes you sweat. Everyone makes you sweat. I'm not going to give anyone a big head down the gym.
Who gives you your hardest work in the gym? I need some names, Ronnie. I need a name.
I'll tell you what. The one that I do sit there and I have a toe-to-toe little scrap with, and it's always me and this man sat there and had a 12. My trainer, Mark Dennis, he was also a Queensbury champion back in the day. He was training me and Liam Dyer, who's fighting on the same night as me.
Yeah, he is.
And he was sort of left us having spar, battering the living shit out of each other, proper beating battering each other. Mark just walked off, went about his business, and he literally come back and was like, "Oh, I forgot you boys were in the ring." Like 12 minutes, we sat there just bang, bang. He was one, yeah. Liam can give it to me and him sit there, but he's the one that gave me that. So yeah, Liam.
Yeah,
does. He's a tricky little southpaw. To be fair.
Who's your who's your current favourite fighter at the moment, professional?
I am a big fan of Canelo. I'm a very big fan of Canelo. I just love his style. He's I, I don't know. I'm just a big fan of him. He's got a good punch. Especially he's good. Like it's just like he's got this shot where he comes to the body, he comes up with a right uppercut, left hook, and throws it back down, which I'm going to be trying to attempt. Hopefully, in the next fight if it plays off well. um,
Yeah,
Other than that, I am a good fan of Terence Crawford.
yeah.
He's
It's hard
a
to disagree
smart
with
little
that.
operator. He's a good, smart little operator. He is. I do like him.
Yeah, oh mate, yeah. I mean that last performance was
You
just absolute
know,
punch perfect, wasn't it? That last performance, absolutely.
mate,
Perfect.
it was. Like I say, it was fair play to Spence. You know what I mean? But that last performance with in them two was just that was a different class to watch them
Yeah,
two go out like that. Brilliant.
yeah, no, absolutely brilliant. Would you say what's your favourite punch?
Sorry, my missus walking around. The kids are trying to like run themselves
That's what
in
I'm
on
talking about. Stress. That's what
that.
I'm saying. Stress is peace.
Oh God. Just poking her
Did,
head going down. You're right, mate. You're right, mate.
what's your favourite punch? It
Mine,
doesn't need to be one that you do. So you could go for I don't know a Nas
I
screw.
love an uppercut. I love a right uppercut. I've
Yeah,
always liked that shot. Reason being, it was it was my dad's knockout punch when he used to box.
right.
He won his first title. You'll call to that shot. He predicted that he was going to do it in the fourth round with a right uppercut. And at the end of the fourth round with a right uppercut, bosh, the keys. Yeah. And quite a few people say I have a good right uppercut as well. So I do, and I just love an uppercut, especially watching people's head ping back the way it does as
Yeah,
well. Brilliant.
yeah. I think you've got pretty good shot selection all round. In fairness, you know your uppercut is really good. Your jab's
I
good.
love a left hook as well.
Your left hook's
A
good.
left hook, uppercut, a left hook and a right uppercut's my favourite
Yeah,
shots. I do love them. I
yeah.
do love them. They're
No,
brilliant.
that's absolutely fair to say. Yeah, you've got a really nice, smooth toolbox, you know, and you can kind of just select your tools and you go to work. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Mm.
it's lovely to see. Let's talk about the your last fight, um,
Ami
Ami
Rahman.
Ami Rahman. Let's talk about your last fight. Now that fight was really built up, and I don't,
Yeah, that was a
I
good
don't want to
fight.
do, I don't want to do Quest any disjustice, but I'm a massive fan of that golden era. You know, like I said, with
Yeah,
King Alfred James, Fawaz, Osborne, you know, like some brutes,
yeah.
uh, Me Day. The list goes on. I'm a real fan of that old, you know, Queensbury
When it was
boxing league.
Queensbury, it's
Yeah,
Quest now, isn't it?
you were in there. Ami was still there, wasn't he? I think. Yeah, he was.
Ami was a Quest. Yeah, I come onto the Quest scene. So I wasn't. It was going to be Queensbury, but then they changed
Yeah.
the name just as I started fighting to Quest.
But I must say, since it's been Quest, that fight is the fight that I've most looked forward to on that show. Your fight with Ami. I think that's
Yeah,
been the biggest fight they've had. Period. That's just my
yeah.
opinion. This is all
It was a
about
good fight.
yeah. This is all about opinions. This show.
Yeah,
So there's no right or wrong. People might say, "Oh yeah,
yeah,
you're
no,
missing
no,
this
no,
guy.
of
You're
course,
missing
yeah.
that guy." But that was the fight for me that I've been most excited about, and I think a lot of the fans were. Can you talk us just through the fight? Like, can you just talk us freely through the build up and
The build
your relationship with
up.
Ami and the actual fight itself?
Me and Amy met through a couple of boxing shows. We become friends anyway. So when we found out about the fight, we both phoned each other on the phone. We tried to promote it ourselves a couple of times over social media, having like live phone calls and things like
Yeah.
that. Um, yeah, me and him
As
was
you
all right. It was all fine. Like training was great. Everything was great. Coming to the fight night, brilliant. Uh, I was out boxing him. I was I should have stuck to my game plan really, but I was outboxing him for the first four rounds, and then till halfway through the fourth round, it sort of pulled me into a fight. Um, and yeah, obviously Ami's known to be a really big puncher, which I will say he can dig.
mm,
He can really dig every punch he hit me with. So
yeah, he's a good,
um,
really good
we
fighter.
literally. yeah, it was after that round. It sort of slipped down there because I got pulled into a scrap when I shouldn't have. I should have just stuck to him boxing. I would have taken the fight easy, but yeah, he got the job done by just getting his. I remember him smiling at me in the fight. I don't know if you can actually see it in the actual fight and the replays, but he smiled at me. He always said he wanted me to stand toe to toe with him, and he smiled, and I just thought, yeah, all right, let's go. And then he just caught me with one shot, and then that was it. I sort of tasted the canvas for a second, but got up laughing. I was like, fuck it, like, shit. No, yeah, you'll see that clear as day on the camera. I get up with a big grin on my
Yeah.
face, like, what have I done? Shit, I noticed my game, what happened. I noticed what was happening. I was like, oh,
Do you,
yeah, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some.
mm,
It's how you come back from it, and like I say, everyone knows. I do make a great comeback. I do make a brilliant comeback. I
you
do so.
kind of lost that fight in the last two sessions, last couple of
Yeah,
rounds.
fourth and
Do
fifth.
you have any regrets about that fight? A fight that you possibly should have won?
Personally, like, even though he scored the knockdown and he hurt me in the fifth as well, there's arguments where you could have still maybe scored it my way, but what it was for me is that where I got pulled into that fight and he was aggressive and he was just a big banger and he was catching me with shots. He managed to score his points and bring himself back into the fight and take it from me. My regret for that would be I should have just sometimes I've got to stop thinking I've got a big pair of bollocks and standing there and fighting people.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I sort of sit there and go, yeah, do you know what? Let's have it. And I've got to stop doing that. Everyone knows I can fight, but my
Mm,
boxing is
mm,
better than scrapping like
yeah.
that, really. And that's what he done. So I wish I did keep to me boxing because I would like to say I would have walked home with a W that night, but it is
Yeah.
what it is. The judges were impressed with his last couple of rounds of him coming at me. So hey ho, like I said, what it was with Amy as well. Everyone said that a lot of people were fearing to fight him because he was knocking people out in the first round.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll fight him. So,
Yeah.
as I was saying at the beginning of the interview, I love a challenge. So I was like, okay, I'll fight him. And then my main thing was like, still didn't knock me out. Still took me to the last bell. And you can see it at the last bell when he goes like that. And I sit there like banging on my chest. I'm like, yeah, I'm here. Still here. You hurt me, but
Other
still
fans
here.
going to see a rematch?
I have called. He did come round to my house after the fight. I did talk to him about a rematch, and basically that it was told straight up no to my face. Um,
From his
uh,
side or from the promoters?
Not from my side. It was more from him. I think it's more because we're friends anyway. Well, I mentioned it. Like I say, I was told no. That's the start. As far as that's gonna go. Uh, Yeah, I was told no. Like I say, he come round my ass. Like I say, we had a great fight. We put on a great show. I'd love to just run it back and beat his ass and whooped him.
Yeah.
It's what it is. Like I say, he's gone on to continue being the champion. He's gone on to doing what he's doing. I don't know if he's actually retiring now or not, or coming back to having a rematch with
Really?
Mohammed. I'm not too sure, but yeah, like I say, I don't know what's going to happen. That's back down at light middleweight. I'm coming up to super
You're going
middleweight
up to
now.
super, aren't you?
I'm going up to super middleweight now because, well, like I say, I've been at lighter weights. I've been at lighter weights. So I've won a belt in the
Yeah.
welterweight, two in the light middleweight, and two at middleweight. So as far as I'm concerned, I've done mid belts there. I don't need to keep cutting weight all the time. I'm trying to like be a little bit comfortable. I'm still like a cut weight, but maybe not so nasty where I have to be all like 68 kilos
Yeah.
and that again.
Yeah.
Not long
Well,
ago, I went up to 14 stone. I
my
don't think I'm going to be
goodness.
getting down to 10 stone
Oh, I
soon.
don't know how you do it. Well, let's talk about your weight. Let's talk about your weight. So
It's a
I think
private matter.
the fans want to know this. How do you do this? How do you go from this, right,
Oh, here we go. Right, okay.
to
Oh,
this?
for
And
fuck's
then,
sake. Why does everyone point
and
that
then you go,
photo
and
out?
then you go back to this, and then you do that on repeat.
Um, that there was, to be honest with you, like I say, I took a little time and spent some time off of boxing. There was a few matters that unfortunately happened. Unfortunately, we lost my father-in-law.
Oh,
Um,
sorry.
so I sort of stayed off of boxing for a little while. I enjoyed a beer. Um,
As we
yeah,
do sometimes, as we do.
I enjoyed the food, and that is exactly how I got to that, pretty much.
Yeah. But
I still kept up, like trying to do a bit of training. As you see, I weren't such in bad shape. There was just a gut there.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
thanks, babe. Yeah, all right, yeah, brilliant.
So, so
Yeah, that's my
what's the
missus.
difference again? Okay, then,
No,
Pop. Let's do it
no. What would
again.
you type up?
We got a request. Which one do you want me to keep it on?
Oh
That one?
no.
Or that one? We'll keep it on that one. He looks like an
Uh,
absolute warrior.
that was an old one. That one. Jeez,
I know,
man.
69 kg you were there.
I think that was just before the no, before the
Just
amateur
before
fight, wasn't
weigh-in,
it?
I believe.
Yeah.
I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
the
nice
fight.
one,
I don't know the
Steve.
fight.
Yeah.
I don't stalk you that much that I know the fight, but I know that we were 69. But no, I research all the fighters that come on here, and my job's to know the roster, and I always watching what's going on and looking out for good fighters, and you're certainly that, and you definitely bring absolute huge entertainment to the scene, to the boxing scene.
Yeah.
Will we see you turn professional?
Possibly. The dream's still there. What it is it like I say, like you said, describing the big matter as well. It's a bit hard. Is obviously I work full time. I have a roof to provide for children. Yeah, it's hard to mingle it all together. Then you go into training. I would like to go pro. That is a dream. That's a question you'd have to ask my trainers when they feel the time's right. At the moment, like I say, it's just the lifestyle, trying to mingle everything, getting in the gym, staying in the gym like as regularly as a pro. If you want to go pro, it's no joke. It's not a suit like a game to mess
Yeah,
around with.
no,
You know,
you can't. I don't
you
think you
want to
can
be
play at any level.
dedicating it 100%, and obviously being at work and having to try and make maybe school runs
Yeah,
or trying to get somewhere
yeah.
or do something. It sort of intervenes with the boxing a little bit.
No,
So
agreed.
like I say, the dream is there. I would like to go there. Possibly. The answer to that one is possibly. I don't
Yeah,
know yet.
I think the fans would love to see you go pro. We've got Kieran E. Johnson saying, "I've watched one of your fights on Quest. You're a technician, bro." Um,
Cheers,
and
that. Thank you.
I would actually like to say that I'm in full agreement with that. When you get in your flow, you're really pleasant on the eye, and when you're technical, when you fight using technique, and your technical tool bag, if you like, it's an absolute joy to watch. And when you get dragged into wars, that's like you said yourself, that's what kind of cost you the last fight.
Sometimes I just like to think I've got a big pair of bollocks and have a scrap. That's just the little youngster in me still,
yeah,
Damn it. But
yeah.
no, I've got
Well,
to
that's
stick
what
to
I
the
said
boxing. I
again.
think they'll see a lot more of that from now on. Me sticking to the boxing now.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll see.
but your boxing
You
is
see
like
some good
that.
things.
You're on the line of genius and madness. Again, like I said in the promo bridge, you've got the genius about your boxing, and then you're on that line. You're dancing on that line, and then you got the madness where you go into a brawl or you go into fight. So the promo vid, I think I said to you, I was just
Yeah,
purring
it was a
because it
good bit.
really
The
suited.
missus was watching it a couple of times. I kept hearing it, and I was like, I'm sure I've heard that.
It really suited you,
Hello,
though.
babe.
It really suited like
Cheers.
your
Thank you.
lifestyle, your boxing style, yeah, I think it really sort of sold your story well. Let's talk about your next fight that you're going to get me a ticket for on the 2nd of
Yeah,
March.
yeah,
Now, it's
yeah.
against a guy called Lester. What do you know about this guy?
Fuck all.
Is is Leicester going to see the final bell?
I don't like to make predictions like that for fights because hopefully not. Hopefully not. From the way I've been training at the minute, and like if you ask one of my sparring partners at the moment, I don't think so.
Yeah,
If I catch him clean, he's in trouble. But I don't like to what's the word? I don't like to disrespect expect any fighter really and say, nah, he's not going to see it. He might come out, be a great technician. He might, like I say, I don't know much
You
about
never
him.
seen him
I've seen one.
fight?
I've seen one fight of him. I'm not really impressed.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't think there's much of a worry at all.
Why? Why is this guy in with you? Why is he in with you? Because I think it's a surprising fight. I think it is a surprising fight.
I'll just fight whoever's in front of me. Like, whoever they say, right, this is who you're fighting. Okay, that's what I'm fighting.
Yeah.
And
Let's.
that's how I deal
Yeah.
with it, you know. So obviously,
Yeah.
if we get this right, it's my comeback fight, come back, start getting back to title contention, and take back some belts, and like we say, hopefully progress onto the professional rankings at some point.
So
Hopefully,
is that the plan? Just to carry on getting more straps at the level you're at.
but for now, like I say, because what it is as well, I've got my oldest son. He needs a lot of care from me as well. He's very daddy. He loves me a lot. He's autistic. He's high functioning. So everything. I'm like his safe person. So like I say, once we can get a little understanding a bit more of that side of things and get things into place and into order, hopefully I can go and take shit further and collect some other straps.
Mate, your mantelpiece, the way you're going on, your mantelpiece is you're gonna be tripping over, coming through the front door, tripping over hardware, tripping over the gold.
A little.
You know.
There's 5 of them in there at the minute, just sitting in there. Yeah, I've got 2 hung up, all 3 of them on the wall, but got to get 2 of them framed. I'm waiting to get them all framed again. I want to get them all done on my wall properly now, so put them all around like the kids' rooms and things. Because like I say, the oldest boy, I've got 2 kids. I've got the youngest boy as well, and they both absolutely love the boxing.
Brilliant.
So I want to have them around their rooms and that, you know.
Do you want them to fight?
Yes. Yes, I do. He's absolutely Charlie. They're good. Ollie, he's beginning to get it a little bit. He understands the jab and that 1-2s. He's beginning to get it. Charlie's just wants to fight 24/7. So it's like, okay, yeah. That mummy's like, no, okay, well, yeah. I want them to box. They're gonna. I say to Charlie all the time, "You're gonna be a boxing champion." And he always says, "Yeah, yes, Daddy, I'm going to get 2 belts." But hopefully he gets more than that. You know. Yeah, you got to watch out for the names Ollie Chisholm and Charlie Chisholm. They're gonna be the little Chisholm brothers in the future.
All right, you better.
So I'm gonna call them the Chisholm brothers.
Their fights as well. We're going on wheelchairs.
Definitely.
When growing up, were you a naughty boy? Did you get in a lot of fights on the streets and stuff like that, or did you kind of learn to fight later on? You don't need to give me specifics.
No, I'm just looking at the comments right now. I'm waiting for a certain someone. I'm thinking, please don't. But he's in there somewhere. One of my best mates. Yeah. I was. There he is. Yeah, I got in trouble with the law a few times.
Yes.
Yeah. What a great. Yeah. Got in trouble.
What a great question.
Yeah.
So let's just change that question. Were you born to fight, or did you learn to fight?
Born to fight. I always thought my dad was a fighter. I come from a fighting family, so yeah, I ended up following in their footsteps. Well, in a better way, as such, and yeah, I just always had it in me naturally. I could always fight, so I just adapted to it. Wanted to get better. My dad was a brawler, so I was like, I'm going to be a better boxer than you. I ended up being better at both of it. So yeah, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're natural, and as you said, you've been boxing since 6, and you know, I think it's known around the gyms. You've been boxing a long time. I think even Miday's mentioned, he's been boxing years. That kid. You know, and it seems like
I've been boxing a little while. Yeah, I had my first fight when I was 16, I believe. I think it was just after my 16th birthday. I jumped straight in the ring. I begged my dad for years.
I like this comment here. I can't even pronounce his name. Ismail WWWW Gunman the best. Like that. That guy he knows what he's talking about, that guy.
I don't know. Who is that?
I don't know, but what I do know is...
To meet you, mate.
Yeah, mate, he's a good friend of mine now. I like that. Any support for the channel is really good. I mean, I spend my evenings chatting to boxers free of charge in the evenings, but I love it. I love fighting. I love watching fights. I go to a lot of the big fights. I'm a student of the game. I like watching the old throwback fights. But yeah, anyone in here, if you're not following me, follow me. You're gonna have loads of cracking interviews. I'd love to have you on, Ron, before your big fights coming up as well. I don't want this to be a one and done.
No,
I'm going to be hounding you to get on it. I'd love to get you on before some of your big fights.
Definitely.
Pardon?
Yeah, it'd be a great laugh, definitely.
Yeah, I'd love to have you on before all your big fights if I can.
Yeah, no
even get a couple of face-offs with some opponents would be nice. I like the spice. So, have you got a message for Leicester? Do you want to look down the camera and tell him that you're going to bruck him up on the 2nd of March or anything like that?
I'll just let my hands do the talking on the night, Just, I
need some content, Ronnie. Tell him that he's going to last 10 seconds. No, I'm only joking you.
But it's if he's going to try and do anything that I've seen in his little fight of trying to get up close, then not a good idea because he will go night. But
yeah,
we'll see. I don't want to throw out any threats there. You know, just good luck to the man, and I'll see him on the night and see what he's capable of. You know.
Do you want to call anyone else out in the division?
No, but I will put a message out to the division, knowing that I'm now at that super middleweight site, and there's a few belts and there's a few champions out there. I've got the belts, and I've had conversations with, and the Lee Cannon, he has the belt at the minute, the British super middleweight. I want that belt. I don't know what's going on with him, if he's going to continue fighting or not, but I do want that belt because he's obviously...
You like taking the heads of the veterans, didn't you, Ron?
What it is, he's the only other man after me. He bashed out media as well.
Yeah.
And me and him, it's got to happen, Like,
that'd be a good fight.
Done it. Let's see what happens. But obviously, if that arises, that fight, I'd love to go for that. But whoever's in the super middleweight division and gets in my way, just get the fuck out of the way. I'm coming full steam ahead. Put it that way.
That's the spirit. Now that's the content I'm looking for. Have you got a message?
I get carried away.
Now I've got him out of his shell. Have you got a message for the fans before we let you depart?
You want to look forward to watching someone great, someone that gives a good show and going to put on a spectacular performance and hopefully calls out a big upset knockout on the night on March 2nd at the K2 Arena in Crawley. Get your tickets, hit me up. Sure we can sort something out, and it'd be great to have everyone else there, and it'd be great to be back and
get you on this.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back, man. I'm getting excited now. I'm getting excited. I can't wait. Get back on my motherfucking phone.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Absolutely brilliant, man.
Phone, and I'm taking it back. I will be back on top, and that is it. I'm getting carried away, like I say now. Look.
Keep going, Ron. Keep going.
I will be back on top. Like I say, it's been a little while since I've been out this ring. I've kept quiet so long watching all these fighters, but you're all in fucking trouble. I'm coming back, and that's fucking it.
How many fights do you want to have this year?
I want to be busy.
What are we saying? 3, 4?
Minimal 3. Minimal 3.
Lovely. That means I'm going to be going to three more fights this year, then.
Yep. Perfect, man. I've loved right up close and centre, mate. Watching it.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, I would love to.
Watching me crack some jaws.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely try and get to a few of your fights this year for sure. Definitely, I'm going to try. I'm going to try and definitely do that March. I'll try and do that March the 2nd one. I'll try and do that March the 2nd.
Yeah. Hit me up, man. Anytime. Just give me a little message and see if we can sort out for you.
Yeah, no problems at all. Yeah, so brilliant, mate. Listen, best of luck for your fight. Not that you need it.
No.
But I hope your camp goes well. Continue doing what you do.
Thank you.
You're really excellent at what you do, and I guess us fans want to see you put 100% into this game.
Yeah.
Stay in shape all year round and really attack the divisions and
Oh well, you
hopefully.
won't be posting no more fat pictures of me. Let's put it that way.
Your missus told me to put it up. I'm not.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to be having a little word with her when I get off of this call. Don't worry about that.
That's a fight that you can't win. No one can beat the wife. That's one fight that a man can't win is with the wife.
No.
All right, so stay out of there.
I think I'm on the sofa now.
Yeah, Mrs. Chisholm by TKO in a second.
I'm going with the first for that one, mate. She'll have to punch, trust me. I know.
I'll ask her for a prediction in a minute, and I already know what the answer would be. But yeah, listen, best of luck, mate. Yeah, best of luck, mate, and absolutely enjoy yourself. And as I said, fight fans, if you don't know this guy, get following him. He's a serious savage, a real operator, absolute beast of a counter puncher, and we can't wait to see you carry on dominating and pushing on for more titles in 2024. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on, Ronnie.
Cheers, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to be on.
Can't wait to have you on again already.
Yeah, definitely.
Top man.
Take care, brother.
Take it easy, mate.
Bye.